Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. If you are right around that awesome 8-year-old mark, you know you're making choices every single day, at school, at home, and out on the playground. Well, today we are diving into some absolutely incredible wisdom, straight from the biblical text. He actually gave us these words as a perfect guide just because he loves us. He wants to help us choose the absolute best path in life.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Have you ever tried arguing with a friend who just covers their ears and absolutely refuses to listen to good advice? Oh man, it is super frustrating, right? Well, that is exactly the kind of trap this part of the biblical text is designed to help us avoid. It shows us how to be the kind of person who actually listens, learns, and grows.
Let's look at Section 1, the danger of being stubborn. This brings us to a major theme, the huge difference between carefully listening to him and choosing our own stubborn path where we just do whatever we want. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 1 says, "Whoever remains stiff-necked after many rebukes will suddenly be destroyed without remedy." Now, the really interesting phrase here is stiff-necked. It paints this super vivid picture of someone who literally ignores all the warnings and walks straight into trouble anyway.
Let's break that down a bit. Imagine a robot whose metal neck joints have completely rusted shut. It absolutely refuses to turn its head to see a giant flashing neon danger sign right next to it. That is exactly what it means to be stiff-necked when he tries to gently guide us away from a bad choice. Instead of just turning our heads to listen, we just keep marching straight into a mess. Moving right along to Section 2, good leaders bring real joy. You see, wisdom isn't just about protecting yourself. It's also about how you act when you're in charge, like when you're leading a game at recess or heading up a group project. The biblical text says, when the righteous thrive, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan. The big takeaway here? When good, fair kids lead a game, everyone has a blast. But when mean kids take over, well, it makes everyone groan and just want to quit. You actually have the power to be the leader who makes people cheer. This brilliantly illustrates the contrast we see a little further down in verses 3 and 4. A righteous leader? They share the ball, they play fair, and they bring real joy to everyone around them, even their parents. But a wicked leader, kind of like a foolish bully, ruins the whole thing by changing the rules, hanging out with a bad crowd, or taking unfair bribes. They just tear things down instead of building people up. Section 3. Fake words and drama traps. Now, you are definitely going to run into this hidden danger as you get older. Fake words and playground drama. Sometimes trouble doesn't look like a flashing danger sign. Sometimes it sounds really sweet. The biblical text warns us in verse 5 that those who flatter their neighbors are spreading nets for their feet. Flattery is basically when someone gives you a totally fake compliment just because they want something from you. Step 1. They say something super nice but totally fake. Step 2. You believe it and drop your guard. Step 3. Snap! You are caught right in their sneaky trap. But wait, here is the amazing news from verse 6. Even when sneaky people try to set those traps with their fake words, they usually end up tripping over their own nets and getting stuck in their own mess. Meanwhile, the righteous, the kids who choose to follow him and do the right thing, they get to skip right past those traps, shout for joy, and just be glad. You've got a really big choice to make when drama starts up. You can be the mocker who stirs up a giant loud tornado of arguments and gets everybody riled up. Or you can be the wise kid who steps in, calms things down, and completely turns away the anger.
In fact, verse 9 gives us a super practical tip. If a wise person goes to court with a fool, the fool rages and scoffs and there is no peace. Going to court here is kind of like taking an argument straight to the teacher. If you try to logically argue with someone who's just acting like a fool and throwing a tantrum, they're just going to yell and make fun of you. There will never be any peace, so honestly, it's best to not even start the shouting match.
Section 4. Helping others and keeping peace.
Instead of wasting your breath arguing with people who just won't listen, he wants us to focus our energy on something way more important, helping those who actually need it. Verse 7 tells us, "The righteous care about justice for the poor, but the wicked have no such concern." A true follower of his path has a soft heart. They notice when someone's left out of a game, or when a kid doesn't have a lunch, or when someone is getting picked on. The foolish path just ignores them and walks right on by. But his path, it means stepping up and showing you actually care.
Section 5. Choosing the path of wisdom. So let's bring everything we've learned right into our everyday lives. Here's a quick checklist built directly from the biblical text to help you walk on his path. Number 1. Don't be stiff-necked. Actually turn your head and listen to good advice. 2. Play fair and be the kind of leader that makes people happy. 3. Keep your eyes peeled for the trap of fake flattery. 4. Don't waste your precious recess time arguing with a fool. 5. Always look out for kids who are in need. And finally, be the peacemaker who turns away anger.
As we wrap up this explainer and you head out to school, or your neighborhood, or the playground today, you've got a big decision to make. Will you be the stiff-necked fool who causes drama and gets caught in traps? Or will you choose the joyful, peaceful, loving path of wisdom? The choice is entirely up to you.